I think you guys got the gist of what I'm going to be talking about here, so here's a shorter intro. The Battle Cats is a mobile game that's still being updated that's fun to play. I am sharing 50 more facts from this amazing and strange world of cats. Check the card here for more facts about this game. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it helps me out in the long run. Also, comment about what you know about the game or what fact was interesting to you. Anyways, to the facts we go. In the Japanese version, Autumn is named Cho Cho Cho, meaning super mare. However, each of the syllables shares a pronunciation with Cho, meaning butterfly, so if one were to separate each of the syllables, they would repeat the word butterfly 3 times. On the stage select screen for Into the Future and the Battle Cats Unite, the floating consonant has a typo as the first T is swapped with an R. Diabolos' name comes from the Greek word diabolos, meaning slanderer. This word is the word that eventually became the word for devil in several languages such as English, Italian, and Portuguese, tying into Diabolos' Aku targeting and overall Greek themes, as the first form is based on the Trojan horse. In the Korean version of the Battle Cats, it is said that Doge is Miss Sign's pet. Value Meal Cat is the only true form who has different acquisition requirements between the English and Japanese versions. In the English version, you have to beat Value Ordeal. In the Japanese version, you need 1 red cat fruit seed and 20,000 experience. When High Priest Mammon is knocked back, he gains an extra finger on his left hand. In Chick-fil-A's Japanese description, it is mentioned that she gets her short temper from her grandmother. This heavily implies that Cumulus Gallus is Chick-fil-A's grandmother, as Gallus is stated to have a violent personality. In Cat Gang's spreadsheet, there is a set of sprite that contains some legs. These are unused in the main sprite. The stages Adamantine Dawn, Adamantine Apex, and Adamantine Refuge are named after the old term used in mythology to describe very hard materials, usually diamonds. Doge is confirmed to be male thanks to Lil Doge's description stating that Doge is their grandfather. Nurse Cat is the only unit with the slow ability whose slow talents increase the effect's chance instead of its duration. Papa Luga's Japanese name, Oiruga, is derived from Oiru, meaning growing old. The Great Demon King Neandum is Dark Emperor Neandum's real form. In Dark Emperor Neandum's Japanese description, it is stated that he colored himself red in order to feel drunk. We also now know that Neandum can't drink alcohol because of his high blood sugar levels. It is also stated that he has taken his Dark Emperor form for 560,000 years. God Emperor Babel is the unit who can get the highest effective health in the game. A level 50 with either a max level Water Blast or Slow Foundation and a small and medium defense combo, Babel can reach an astounding 7.2 million health against red and floating Colossus enemies. Malacat, a Switch exclusive unit, changes their appearance depending on who's controlling Malacat. Malacat supports red coloring if controlled by the first player and blue coloring if controlled by the second player. Znach and Zurziel have the furthest burrowing distance, being able to burrow up to 1,500 range. In the Battle Cats Unite, Andronima is similar to the first Tornado Carnival stage, but with the Angelic Cyclone removed. 7 Lights of Doom is the stage that requires the most amount of energy to play, costing 1,000 energy. Raging Gory is the only behemoth enemy to not be on Monster Hunter reference. However, this is probably because he was introduced a year before the concept of behemoth enemies were added to the game. Bondage and Actress Cat are the only 2 cat food purchasable units who gain an HP boost upon getting their true forms. Bondage gains a 100% HP boost and Actress gets a 62% boost to their health. Sunfish Jones is partly inspired by the Northrop Grumman B-2 stealth bomber, a bomber that is designed to drop powerful bombs, including thermonuclear bombs. Lil Zyklone, Mini White Cyclone, and Zyklone are the only gendered cyclones. They also all happen to be male. The text on the background of uncleared Aku Realm stage buttons is upside down katakana, which translates to stealing energy from another world, the Devil's Fortress seals levels. This text is about the Aku altars. Before version 4.7, Cool Japan used to be an attack up small combo. Haterbot 2.0's Japanese name is Kashiwa Mochi 2.0. Kashiwa Mochi are made during Children's Day, which is celebrated on May 5th, and this event is the basis for Love of Sickness and Love Sick Again. The individual names for the twin stars are Shishiru and Komari. The Underground Labyrinth's files were present since version 11.0, but all of the 104 stages were simple placeholder stages, and 3 of them were removed in version 12.0. Humanity Catified is the only Uncanny Legend subchapter to have 8 stages, with every other subchapter either having 1 or 6 stages. While Droid Cat's description mentions them getting new materials to have even better defense against metal enemies, they don't gain any extra stats except cutting their recharge time in half. Prior to version 11.5, Croxo was set to spawn every 20 to 2 seconds instead of just 20 on the stage Beastly Roots. It didn't work properly because the maximum time was lower than the minimum, so in practice, nothing really changed. Isun Boshi was actually featured in another Battle Cats game way before he was added into the main version of Battle Cats, albeit a little bit differently. Isamboshi was an uber rare exclusive to the now defunct PC version of the game. If you want to learn more, then check out my video about PC exclusive uber rares. Mega Cat EX is the obtainable unit with the longest recharge in the game, lasting 383.47 seconds or 6 minutes and 23 seconds. In the Battle Cats Pop, Bean Cats, Flower Cat, and Moneko are super rares you can obtain through the Rare Cat capsule. Flower Cat is based on the Flower Rock, a toy potted flower that would dance and respond to sounds such as clapping. Lil Zyklone has the lowest attack power and DPS out of any Cyclone enemy. He deals 333 damage and has a DPS of 1997. The stage name where Baku is found, Bomber Girl, may not make any sense. This is because this is a pun that only works in Japanese. In the Japanese version, the stage is called Bakudan Musume, which just means bomb girl. The pun here is that Bakudan is the Japanese word for bomb, but also just so happens to contain the word Baku, which is a dream-eating creature in Japanese myth, but also refers to a Malayan tapir, which is where the enemy gets its inspiration from. Axe Cat and Berserkori share the exact same axe, except Berserkori's is stained with blood. Tank and Bronze Cat are revealed to be female based on the descriptions in the Battle Cats Unite. The base featured in Revival of Origin, sometimes referred to as Origin Base, is the only animated base to be Surge immune. Hippo has only 3 appearances across all of the Legend chapters as of version 12.3. She appears in the Stories of Legend stages Minefield and Alien Ecology, and only has a single appearance in Uncanny Legends, appearing in Speechless Tongues. Interestingly, Top Dog is the only advanced stage to not use O Fortuna as the background music, rather it uses the Battle of Iramote. I'll play a 5-second sample of both in case you don't remember what these sound like. Ectodoge, Ectosnake, and Ectobaba are the only monthly enemies to appear in Stories of Legend. They are also the only enemies in Stories of Legend to not be listed in the enemy guide. The stage name, Close Encounters, is a reference to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a film that has a heavy focus on aliens. In the English version of the Battle Cats, Zamboni Cat is named after a specific brand of ice resurfacers of the same name. However, in the Japanese version, Zamboni Cat is referred to as a robot vacuum cleaner, similar in vein as a Roomba. Michelangelo Cat's design is based on the Dying Slave statue, which is one of Michelangelo's works. Primeval Cyclone has the highest DPS out of any relic enemy, having 38.8k DPS, and is also the fastest Cyclone, having 18 speed. This speed is the same as Super Metal Hippo and Akugori. Akane Tendo from the Ranma Half collaboration was the first enemy to have the Savage Blow ability. Every stage in Never Ending Cat Story is a remake of stages from Passionland. Ursa Major's English name is based on the constellation of the same name. However, the Japanese name, Kumanchu, is a possible throwback to Kumanchu Royale. And finally, if you look hard enough, you can see that there's actual text on the Rare Cat ticket. The text on the ticket reads, 40 years have passed since Okinawa reverted to Japanese rule, May 15, 1972, after 27 years of occupation by the United States following the end of World War II. Polls show that about 80% of Okinawans regard the restoration of in the years when Okinawa was under. The text appears to have come from an article by the Japan Times on the article titled, Okinawans Deserve Better. If you noticed, the grammar on the ticket doesn't exactly follow the article. It is best assumed that the text on the ticket is simple placeholder text, like how lorem ipsum is a placeholder text for many different things. I want to thank you all for watching. If you thought these facts were fascinating, why not give this video a like, and maybe even subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it helps me out in the long run, and hit that bell so you don't miss an upload, as well as comment down below what fact was most interesting to you. Anyways, have a good day everyone.